Greetings and God bless. So, I watch a fair amount of online Bible studies, and there's some pastors who are like, "You have to go to church, have to go to church, you got to go to church." And I have found over the years that the churches really don't want certain demographics. Me, as somebody without a family, without young children, churches can't be bothered with like a middle-aged lady, single lady, especially not somebody who has a lot of money. And and I've been to a bunch of different churches, and what I notice is if it's a young family that looks a little wealthy and that has like a couple kids, or even one child, um, that's what, like, all the little ladies come up and pastor makes sure to talk to. But, speaking for myself and what observing, like, when somebody is not looking fancy or whatever, they're kind of ignored. And, and I don't know, maybe, uh, they they're just like, "Oh, I don't get a sense that these people wanna have people talk to them," but I think, it's very frustrating when a pastor's like, "Go to church. You have to go to church in order to be saved," or something like that, when churches don't really want you, you know? I mean, unless you can tithe, unless you can do a lot of volunteer work, and, you know, people are not, mature even if they're older or whatever, and people have creepy, manners that nobody knows how to talk to, whether you're in the church or in the workplace right now. It's like nobody knows how to say, "Stop having child molester vibes," or something like that. Even in, like, my favorite church, I was like, "This guy is a little creepy." And, so no, and everybody's, like, thinking, "Oh, well, I need to do everything I can to keep the church cohesive, so I'm not gonna say anything." And I suspect that there's this, uh, like, just this obligation or whatever, just keep your mouth shut even though you're uncomfortable. And that's not a living relationship. Like, you have to have, when the husband keeps the toilet seat up, the wife has to say, "Put the toilet seat down." And if this is going on for 10 years, it's not for the wife to be like, "Oh, that's just what he does." No, you still say, "Put the toilet seat down," because you're gonna have a house guest who's gonna fall in the pee water that he never flushed. It's like there's no, like, I think, like, the problem that I notice in current times is everybody's like, Dope up, do your recreational drugs, do your medications, take your Prozac, drink alcohol, be a workaholic, be on your phone, be addicted to whatever, um, and just keep quiet." And that's the thing, is so we're told to shut the F up from, the LGBT community to our churches because it's all about unity. And there's no unity because if you can't trust somebody to tell them how you feel about something that's really driving you crazy, you're not connected. You're just waiting. You're just hostage or something. So, and I like, if a church is not really into welcoming certain demographics, I can't say, "Oh, they should," or whatever. And, I really do think, though, that pastors need to not burden, certain demographics, that that person should constantly subject themselves to kind of being shunned, basically. Um, you know, it's very painful, especially after the past few years and what's going on right now in our world today. Um, and I know we can do all things through God, but, uh, I just wanted to put that out there. So thanks for watching. God bless.